Plaintiff Robert Kinney says while he was dating the defendant, he was in a near-fatal car accident, and the defendant nursed him back to health. Robert claims during his recovery, the defendant falsely accused him of cheating, but they eventually reconciled, and he gave her a ring as a gesture toward marriage. But now that they're no longer together, he wants the ring back. Defendant Rose Hills says the reason she suspects Robert was cheating was because she found group sex sites on his computer, and he even asked her to have a threesome with him and his friend. Rose refuses to return the ring to Robert because she claims it was a gift and therefore rightfully hers.
Sir, you're suing your ex-girlfriend for $2,350, alleging she owes you this money for a ring.
Your Honor, I want the ring.
Very good. Go right ahead.
Well, Your Honor, I met Rose at the end of November. We had a good time together, dated fine. Rose did drink a lot of Jack Daniels.
How about you?
I did drink, yes. I enjoy a few drinks myself. We had a good time with each other. I had a wreck in January, 9th of January. I totaled my truck. I broke my neck.
It was over road rage.
I busted my eye socket, separated the nose from my face, and I had a lot of care from the hospital. Well, Rose stayed by my side, cared for me, did a terrific job. While I was in recovery from my injuries, Rose looked at my computer, and there was a dating site kept on my computer, and she asked me about it. And I said, yeah, it was there. It had been there before we ever met. And she accused me of looking for other women on these dating sites.
You absolutely were.
Let me hear from her.
He was. I was getting on his computer. I was playing games on it. I did look to see what was on it. And he was on all these dating, group sex, porno sites. That's fine if that's what he wants to do, but I don't want any part of that. I'm not about that. I mean, to each his own. So, yeah.
Your Honor, that's not true. I was not on any porno sites.
She is about that?
Yes, he asked me to have...
He said that's not true.
That's not true. I was not on any porno sites.
He was. And he also asked me to have sex with him and his friend. And I'm not into that either,
Your Honor.
Now, in terms of the relationship, is it as he said, and you took care of him?
I did take care of him. I did. I sacrificed everything. I disregarded my family, my home, everything. I took time off work. I took care of him. I bought food. I fed him. I did it all.
Okay. Sir?
So, Your Honor, while I was in recovery, healing from my wounds, it took me a long time to convince her that I wasn't being unfaithful or cheating.
That's why you gave her the ring. You're like Kobe Bryant, huh?
Well, maybe, Your Honor.
He got in trouble. He bought his wife a $3 million ring, I believe. I might be a little low. Bought a $3 million ring.
Actually, that wasn't it at all, sir.
How much did you spend? $2,000?
Over $2,000.
No wonder she won't accept your apology. You got a long ways to go.
Well, Your Honor, I wasn't really looking for an apology.
You better go talk to Kobe. Go ahead.
Finally, a week, she was convinced that I was telling her the truth.
I wasn't convinced. I just let it slide.
Then why did you accept the ring?
Because we broke up. We got back together, Your Honor, after that. We got back together. On Valentine's Day, we had a nice meal. We had wings and pizza. We went to bed.
Nice meal. That's a pretty good meal. Yeah. Wings and pizza.
Expensive. That's how he is. That's him going all out. That's a good meal. That's him going all out. Anyway, after we ate, we went to bed. After we had sex, he said, I've got something for you. He got out of the bed. He came back in with this little white box, and he says, here, I want you to have this. I like rings, as you can see. I've always liked rings. I like jewelry. I thought it was a very, very nice gesture.
You have the ring on that he gave? Flash it in his face. Ooh, I was just kidding. I didn't mean for you to do that. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I was very happy with the ring. I appreciated it. I thought it was a very nice gesture. I was very happy with the ring. I appreciate it. It was very nice. But then I found out afterwards that it was a re-gift, that he had given it to his last girlfriend and had her give it back, made her give it back also. So
is that true?
That's true.
Go ahead, ma'am.
When he gave me the ring, I called my daughter. She's right here. I texted her a picture of the ring. I was very happy. I've got statements from all kinds of people. that know me, that I showed him the ring he gave me. He was actually with me and asked one of the girls, how do you like the ring I got, Rose?
Okay, let me ask. He may admit to that. What do you want to tell me about this ring?
Your Honor, I do definitely admit to it.
Who bought the pizza and the wings for dinner?
Actually, we weren't together on Valentine's Day. It was the day after that we actually got together.
You had to spend Valentine's with the internet woman?
Yeah.
No, sir, I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't spend Valentine's Day with any internet women. We weren't together on Valentine's Day. But the day after, we did reconcile.
I'm just curious, why?
Why weren't we? We were fighting over her not believing me whether I was dating.
Over him wanting me to have group sex.
And the next day she believed it.
Actually, I took her flowers on the Tuesday prior.
Okay.
Made it a point. I called a friend to get me there because I couldn't drive at the time.
The same friend he wanted me to have sex with.
That's what that was about, them coming over together.
That's not true at all.
That is true.
So anyway, I asked her to wear my ring the day after Valentine's Day. And
so wear it. I have never had anybody say, here's a ring, honey. You can wear it, but it's not yours. I don't need somebody to give me a ring to wear. I have plenty.
But, Your Honor, I expected a life with Rose.
Right. So
I expected a future with Rose. And the ring was a conditional thing for me to show her, to actually try to get her to understand that I wanted a future with her.
Conditioned upon what?
Us getting married.
That is an engagement ring.
That's right.
So did you ask her to marry you?
Not at that time, no.
So when did you ask her?
I never have yet.
When does it become an engagement ring?
When you give them the gift.
Oh, but asking them to marry, you keep that part a secret.
Well, I hadn't brought that up yet, no.
That's my point. You keep that to yourself.
The relationship had been rocky to the point where I wasn't comfortable asking to marry. But I was comfortable offering a symbol of my
It's not an engagement.
love.
All right, sir. It was an engagement ring.
It was an engagement
All right,
ring, yes.
When you gave it to the woman prior to that, what was it for?
Actually, it was we were on a cruise, and it was an investment. I had bought the ring as an investment.
For all the other girls he's going to give it to.
You want to speak, young lady? You want to come up and say anything? State your name.
Josie Manning.
What do you want to tell me about this?
I know that he gave her the ring. She was so excited when he gave it to her. She sent me a picture. She even called. And
She said, I'm engaged.
No.
I know she didn't. Go
No,
ahead.
she did not. She called to say that, look at the beautiful ring he gave me. She wasn't expecting it. I had no idea that he was gonna give this to her.
Can I see the ring, please?
Sure.
And your evidence, your letters.
Yes. Thanks.
Now, this is the first time ever I've seen, what is the purple jewel?
I think it's an amethyst.
An amethyst.
Tanzanite, Your Honor.
Tanzanite as an engagement ring. In fact, I don't remember seeing many jewels at all. Most engagement rings are rings with a diamond, and they don't have all the decorations that this ring has. The ring is beautiful, and it was a gift. She came home, woke me up out of bed to show me the beautiful ring Bob had given her as a Valentine's Day gift. I'm not going to waste any more time with this, sir.
Your Honor, there's a little more that I need to say.
Go right ahead.
At the time of the breakup, when I asked for the ring back, I'd planned to have dinner and a movie with Rose. She had worked at her mother's bar that day and had been drinking all day, and was to
That's not
meet
true.
me up
I wasn't
at 5.
drinking all day. I worked 2 jobs.
At 6:30, she finally contacted me, and we met up. When I arrived, everything was okay. We had a couple of drinks, sat down to eat a meal. And I was missing some CDs. I was looking for the CDs, and I asked Rose if she had seen them. She thought that I'd accused her of stealing them.
You did accuse me. You told me your sister
I tried to
told you
explain
that.
to her that
ma'am.
I wasn't accusing her. I was just looking for the CDs, if she had seen them. Rose became upset. She had been drinking and accused me of sleeping with my sister, since my sister...
I did not say that.
...cleaned my house. She should know where my CDs were. At that point, Your Honor, That upset me to the point where I said, you know, if that's what you think of me, then we shouldn't be together. And she agreed with me. I said, at that point, would you give me my ring back? And she refused.
And he called the police on me.
Okay.
I did call the police to help me reason with her.
Sir, you have an obligation to prove to me by a preponderance of evidence that that was an engagement ring and not a gift. After looking at the ring, after hearing her testimony, after hearing your testimony, I'm going to conclude that that was a gift. Gifts are irrevocable. Engagement rings may be returned because it would be given on a condition of marriage. And if that condition isn't met, then you put the parties back in the same situation they were prior to it. That is, exchange the gifts back. In this case, it was a gift not conditioned on anything. That is my interpretation. My interpretation matters. Have a good day. Case dismissed.
Thank you. Him and his sister have a very strange relationship. She was upset that I was at the hospital, that I was touching him. She would come in and cook and clean, and she was more like a girlfriend to him than his sister was, or than I was.
Family helps out people, each other.
If you like it, then you shouldn't put a ring on it.
That's right. I shouldn't have put a ring on you.
No, you shouldn't have. You gave it to me. It was a gift. A gift is a gift.
It was a gift with an expectation.
A re-gift at that. One that you gave to your last girlfriend.
It was a gift with an expectation.
What, you have somebody else you want to give it to? Now you got to buy a new one.
Yeah, there you go.